Buenos morning, senores and gentlemen.
You look absolutely fantastic too.
Yes, sometimes I do that, especially in the morning, especially during the partner conference, especially after the gala dinner.
Now, first, is this true? You've taken a Ferrari out on the test track, and tell us what that was like.
That's a good question. Well, actually, it's especially for beginners. It's like to explain the test of orange to people who never tried orange. When I'm a beginner, when I'm first time in a racing car on the track, it's like first of all you're really scared because it's not a usual car, so there's some different buttons. The reverse button is very close to the fire alarm. So be very careful. If you want to drive your car back, be very careful. If you change the button, you have a shower in the car. There are a lot of some extra things and some usual things like your favorite music, or it's not there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's at the end. When you sit in the car, when you press the button, when you press gas, it's like a bam, you go, you change the gear, bam, you have to stop because the wall is very close, and you turn. Well, actually, I recommend everyone, every man. It's not ladies' sport, but for men, I recommend everyone to try it at least once because it's amazing. That's why so many people enjoy Formula One, IndyCar, and other racing. Many ladies, they don't understand that.
There's some people going, they beg to differ over there. But they love the outfit. I bet they love the outfit. Now, you started to describe it. Can you describe the thrill of going to one of those events for people who have never actually attended a Formula One event?
Well, Formula One is a little bit different with racing we have in United States, but in Brazil, in Canada, there are such a racing. And Formula One, for people who doesn't understand the rules, it looks a little bit strange. Because it's just cars are going and going and going, there's nothing happens, it's just a circle, one by one, lap by lap. What's on? Actually, this is a very complicated game. And it's not just a racing between pilots, it's a racing between teams, between strategies. And there are many people behind all that. And actually, there's a joke that there are multi-million budgets. There are hundreds of people in these projects to make entertainment for just two guys per team. They enjoy the race, others they're working. And actually there are many different things there. It's not just perfect pilots, but also technicians which build the car. There are technicians which manage the car, because pilots just follows the command, the instructions are coming from the pit stop, coming from the afterburner box.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's definitely a team, and I know that, speaking of teams, Kaspersky became a sponsor of the Ferrari Formula Racing team, and maybe you can start by sharing with us a little bit about you and the company and why you have chosen, obviously other than the beautiful clothes, to do.
Well, in this case, it's the most expensive clothes.
It is the most expensive clothing item here. The best dressed man. Why did you choose to partner with Ferrari on this one?
Well, the business is growing, company is growing and getting more and more major, and we are looking for some very unexpected projects, some very unique projects to build our brand, to build a better partnership with our customers and our partners. So we had such events like shopping trip, skiing trip to the South Pole. So 7 girls had 900 kilometers, about 500 miles shopping, being absolutely disconnected. There were a lot of news. We sponsored a Jackie Chan concert in Beijing. That was a big news in China. We sponsored the Australian football team, which was almost bankrupt, and we got a very, very, very good recognition in Australia. And later we sponsored the Australian football match between two Australian teams in Shanghai. Yes, exactly. Two Australian teams in Shanghai. So, well, actually, we're looking for some unusual some very sexy projects. And when we started to think about the next step of that, Formula One that just came to our mind, and we started to investigate Formula One, and we got in touch with some teams there, and we recognized that if you want to get to Formula One, and if you're serious, you have just one choice: Ferrari.
No, it's the biggest name. And do you have any, some ideas of how you're going to leverage the relationship with Kaspersky with Ferrari?
Well, there are 3 steps. First of all, we were supplier of Ferrari team,
right.
Formula One, and we got a key to enter the room, the club. So we got to the paddock of such big names like Santander Bank, which is very known in Latin America, Acer, AMD, Ferrari itself, and Fiat, and etc. etc. So we entered the club. That was the first stage. Second stage, now we have a very little logo on the nose of the car. It's not visible, but that wasn't the goal of the second step of our contract. The idea is that we have rights to use Ferrari logo and Ferrari cars image on our products. So in our plans that we will have a consumer product Ferrari edition. And I think that in the countries which have pilots in Formula One racing, that will be a very, very, very big push. And the third step will happen when we have good results from the second step.
That makes absolute sense. So when do you see, I mean, do you know when Formula One is going to come to the Americas? I know
well, Formula One is in America already, so in Canada, in Montreal racing, and in Brazil, it's very popular in São Paulo, November. Well, actually, in Brazil, in São Paulo, it will be the very last race for this season, so I must be there just to enjoy. Okay, sorry, I'm not talking about that. To enjoy the racing. Okay, and Formula One is also coming to United States and in Texas. Next year there is about to be the first race. So finally, United States will enjoy the true racing, which already is known to the rest of the world for many years.
You mean NASCAR isn't enough, Eugene?
Oh, okay. That's too many odds in Nasdaq show.
Well, I think Ferrari Kaspersky it's a perfect match. But listen, we can sit here all day long. We talk about motorsports and have fun with it. But you know, we reached out to some of your customers and from around the globe, and we have questions that was asked directly, and they're going to ask these questions directly to you. Are you up for this?
Sure.
Of course you are. All right, let's take the questions from our customers in a segment we call Hey Eugene. Now we go around the globe and we put the camera in front of a few customers and we give them the opportunity to do this thing via video. So within shortly we will have some of these people pop up here and they will ask a question of Eugene in his brilliantly gorgeous red Ferrari Kaspersky. Here we go.
One word to describe the culture in your company. What would it be and why?
Question was, if you could use one word to describe the culture and your company, what would it be and why?
That's very difficult to explain the company in just one word. Actually, yes, we have it. Once we did this kind of distillation of their company values, company spirit, and there were many words. Some of them they were quite unique. They're new words, which are like localability, which doesn't exist in English, improvisation, and also mastery, friendship. And altogether, all these letters we combined in one word, familia. So we explain companies familia, fellowship, mastery, improvisation, localability, etc., etc. So this is one word, familia. But I think it's a little bit long. So if I go redesigning that, just cut a little bit and so to have mafia. Well,
I'm glad to be part of the family.
Familia and mafia, it's very, very close. But in 2 words, yeah, it's much easier to explain the company in 2 words. Business and fun. So we have business and we have fun. Shake, but don't mix.
All right. We're the fun.
So it's a 4 words. Business and fun. Shake but don't mix. 4 words.
We have another question for you. Let's go to question number 2.
Hey, Eugene, if you could do one thing to rid the world of the cybercrime, what would it be?
Question was, if you could do one thing that would rid the world of cybercrime, what would it be?
Well, it's my dream. It's my dream to have a big red button with a stop cybercrime sign on that. If I have such a big red button, or stop cyber threats, stop cyber vandals, cyber terrorists, I will press it. Of course, there will be a very big damage to my and maybe your business. But I still believe if we make this world better, we have to do that, not thinking about our world. And don't worry, we will find something else. We develop another company, same company, with the same people, but different business, and same partners, and same mafia.
You guys are the happiest mafia I've ever seen in my life. All right, let's go to the next question.
Hi, Eugene, 你觉得网络犯罪未来会停止吗？
Question was, do you ever see an end to cybercrime?
No, unfortunately, it's a business. It's a criminal business. It's like a Pandora box. It's open, so idea is known to many people. So criminals are criminals. They regenerate, and I'm afraid it's not possible to stop them. It's like how to stop football hooligans. Do you know how to stop football hooligans? Especially British football hooligans. There's just 2 ways how to stop football hooligans. First of all, to forbid football. Second way, to get rid of humans. Or both. Same with cybercrime. To get rid of computers or to get rid of humans. So, well, actually, I don't see there. And but if you believe in Hollywood movies, the end of cybercrime is in December 2012.